Hey guys, Pablo Galvez here with Agent Upgrade. Welcome to 2020. I'm super excited about this year, and it's New Year's Day today that I'm recording this. You're probably watching this sometime in the future, but I've got a little bit of a cold today, so if I'm a little raspy, that's why. This is going to be an absolutely great video. Watch it through to the end. It's going to be inspiring for 2020. I got thinking about this because I was reading some quotes. Have a listen, you're gonna enjoy it. Welcome to Agent Upgrade 2020. So according to Lady Gaga, baby, we were born this way. Of course, this is a message about accepting who we are and where you came from as being okay, so you can have the confidence to live your life with the given talents and skills that you have as an individual. I was thinking about this song when I read a quote from Alexander Graham Bell, who is, of course, famous for inventing the telephone in 1876. And he said, "A person, as a general rule, owes very little to what they're born with. A person is what they make of themselves." Now, what can we take away from what Mr. Bell is saying? About what Miss Gaga is saying? It's clear that Lady Gaga is encouraging you to be more comfortable in your own skin and not to change who you are. Mr. Bell is pushing you to think about who you could become if you were to recreate yourself. Now let's face it, we were born with certain traits and qualities, a certain physical appearance, and we're surrounded with influences our entire life, from family and friends to what we choose to consume in front of the television, the media, or internet. These factors have shaped who we are today, but is that it? If we can appreciate that very little of where we are today we were born with, then the rest of us is what's influenced upon us by external and internal sources. In other words, if you were born into a poor family with a single parent who provided little mentorship or support, or you were born into a wealthy family with every resource at your fingertips, you, the exact same person, would likely turn out quite different. That's not to say the poor you would turn out worse than the rich you. In fact, it could be very much the opposite. We know that many of life's success stories start with very difficult upbringings, and we've all heard of the rags to riches stories of celebrities and business people. Your upbringing shapes your life, but you're ultimately the captain of the ship. My question is, do we owe our life as it is now, and do we owe our future to what we were born with or without? Of course not. One of the human gifts that we have is the gift of intelligence. And with the gift of intelligence comes the gift of choice. And if we have choice and intelligence, some more than others, what we are choosing to do with our lives, who we are choosing to become, is our choice. Today, you look a certain way, you act a certain way, you have certain habits. Maybe you wake up at a certain time, you work a certain amount, you sleep at a certain time, you watch certain shows. Today, you weigh a certain amount, you exercise a certain amount, you eat a certain way. Today, you believe you are capable of certain goals in business and in life. Today, you perform at a certain level, but you know there are others who perform at a level way above you, and there are people who perform at a level below you. Today, you are right where you are, and as Lady Gaga contests, you are right where you should be. Now, take a moment and find a full-length mirror where you can see your entire self looking back at you. This is you, the culmination of all the years that you've been on this earth, all the things that you have done, all the experiences, the travels, the family, the friends, the business associates, the books that you've read, all the influences in your life that have shaped who you are today have led you to this one moment, you, at this time. How do you feel about you? Do you think that you could do better? Do you think that you could have done worse? Are there aspects about you that you'd like to improve? Do you ever think, is this possible? What if you were to change your hair, something totally and radically different? What if you were to change your entire outfit, your wardrobe? What if you lost a bunch of weight or gained a bunch of muscle? What if you suddenly relocated to another part of the world where no one knew anything about you before now? And you became someone completely new? Who would you be? What would you look like? What would you be capable of, this new you that you've invented, created, defined from scratch? Are you healthier, wealthier, wiser, successful, driven, focused? What characteristics does this new you have that your old you was stuck with? Think about this. If you were to erase you from your head and create a new you, what would new you be like? Would new you be one of those people who creates business goals and a dream board at the beginning of the year? Would new you have a solid morning routine and a tight work schedule filled with income-producing activities that are productively leading you towards your annual goals? Would new you have an income that supports all the financial goals you have so you can have the life that you desire for yourself and for your family? Would new you drive a nicer vehicle, live in a nicer home, have more elaborate vacations? Would new you support an extended family? Would new you do more charitable giving? I hope you're still standing in front of that mirror, and I hope that you've had an opportunity to completely erase the old you and create a vision for the new you. Now, since the vision of the new you is in your head, I want you to quickly write it out as much as you need to so that you can define this moment. The moment you erased everything you didn't need and created the vision of the new you. Write it on a notepad, your computer, on a napkin. Don't let excuses get in the way of doing this one thing that can change your life. Now that you have new you defined, the person that you know in your mind that you can and want to become, the next step is to start thinking about what changes you can commit to in order to start making the new you. Think of it like creating a character for a film or even a puppet. First, you imagine what the characteristics are that define the person. You've already done this. Now, and then you have to define the activities that the person does. What's their daily routine? What does this person do every day to fulfill their vision of themselves? And once you've created this character, they perform, which is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to perform like this new character that you've designed, the new you. Write out what changes you can commit to in order to become the new you. Jim Rohn said, if you don't change what you're doing today, all of your tomorrows will look like yesterday. What do you need to change, add, or remove from your current activities in order to become the new you? Lady Gaga said you were born this way, and I believe that you are today exactly where you're supposed to be. But what do you believe? Because your tomorrow is completely up to you. Hey everybody, if you like this and you want to see more of this, help out by letting us know. Subscribe to the channel and hit that like button below. Follow us on Instagram @AgentUpgrade and share with us in the comment section below what you see for the new you. Thanks for watching. I look forward to hearing about your goals and dreams and helping you get there. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.